Greetings and welcome to part 2 of episode 32 of the auction of the Bastard Smalls. Just to get things moving along, Cyrano somehow eludes the party without giving away too much that the auction has been held at this specific inn, rather under the inn.
Hey guys, I beat up some hobo in the street and he told us that this is where the auction's being held.
Or he just does that.
Also, Jifros, you recognise the two-headed troll that's guarding the doorway.
Oh no.
He was there when you went to the underground fighting ring. He was there when you saw Dane about the family business. One head just gives you a gruff look, the other just gives you a polite little salute.
I give him a quick nod of recognition.
He does seem to be moving up. He's now in a very nice suit. Better than last time.
I'm not going to say that I recognize him. He may not like that.
Pretty much everyone that comes in, it's just basically one of the either heads, either is more aggressive, causing no trouble, or enjoy your stay, something like that. Either way, it's a case of they're just being a general doorman. Do I hear rolling?
I'm not rolling anything yet, officially.
So, you outside the place. It looks like a reputable place, even with the two-headed troll in a very nice suit outside.
Let's make it look more reputable because there's a really good bodyguard.
Look, not everyone can summon a spectator and have them guard the place.
How tall is this troll?
The troll, good 7 foot.
Okay.
The troll is large.
And in George.
And in George. All right, shall we investigate the premises then?
Magpie just nods.
Time to boldly march into the inn, I guess.
So the party enters. You greet to basically what is a nice little layout for a bar, tables lit to the place. It very much like the place that where the Underground Fight Club was. Only this one's a bit more upscale. And you basically notice nearly everyone is in cloaks.
Did we find the target?
Do we recognize anything about the cloaks?
Okay, would the party please give us perception rolls, please?
Okay.
22.
23.
27.
17.
11.
Okay, for those that attended that particular session and basically rolled over a 20 for certain, they recognise the very caffeinated, wide-eyed form of ex-Lord of Valis, hanging around with a couple of hooded folks in one of the tables. 3 tables over is just refusing to remove the hat. Hat also hooded with two large cloaked gentlemen. Is the blue-skinned elf Farrell?
Oh, Magpie is like she has her hood up too, so she's like internally cringing, and she uses her bow whisper to communicate to everyone in the party. God, I think some familiar faces are here, Farrell and Vialis.
On another table, there is the musky scent of a swamp. As a pair of, well, they're wearing trench coats and lads bring hats similar to Farrell wearing, but you can basically tell they are the turtle folk, the tortoise folk you face in the forest, the swamp. And
Do with the eye.
And basically, there are a few of us, dodgy-looking fellows, dodgy-looking people around. However, you do note there is one person there who's just sitting back with legs on the table, who's in their usual garb. Not at all in robes to hide their identity, but it's that bastard Red.
The one person Magpie's not concerned about. Ironically enough.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Does anyone happen to get close to any of these parties?
I'm going straight to the bar.
Okay.
I am tempted to have Magpie go to Red, but I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yuki'll go up to Red.
Magpie will cover her then.
Red just stays leaning back in his chair. He just smiles widely. Well. Now the party's complete.
You know, you're the one person I'm not worried about here.
I'm just here for the show.
That's why I'm not worried about you. You don't have. Let's just say, my hackles are a bit up right now.
Oh, this is going to be a fun evening.
Do you know anything about it?
I don't know.
Magpie's like looking at Yuki like, if Red's here, something big is here, and I don't like it.
I don't know. We have a number of interesting parties. Parties of, let's just say, dubious aims. All here to make a few gains along the way, shall we say?
Do you have anything to ask him? Because Magpie is just, I don't know, kidding. Like, she's really scared.
Yuki?
Star?
Huh?
You have anything to
Do you have
ask?
anything to... Yeah, because you went up to Red, too.
You know, I don't know why I came up here. I'm gonna go. And she just kind of wanders off.
That one's got a lot on her mind, hasn't she?
Been through a bit.
It seems to be a thing with your party.
Yeah, but you'll forgive me if I'm a bit worried about something else right now. Let's just say I've faced at least one of these parties before, and I don't want them getting any of the items that might be for auction here.
Oh, I know what's going on here. I know each and every one of these parties. I know what they're after. I know what they want.
What are they after?
What do you think?
I don't know what's for sale here. I wasn't told anything except there's an auction with magical and weird items here.
Well, that is for you to wait to see what occurs. And a long way to in somewhat soon to come events, just follow the winds.
I think the winds are a bit ill right now, so be careful, okay, Red? I know you can handle yourself, but you'll forgive me if I worry.
You know nothing, child. So,
I understood why people said that.
So, Estrella, you're talking to the barkeep.
Yeah, I'm basically just trying to. I'll order like a really basic drink of some kind, and just trying to watch people. And
Perhaps a
maybe
milk stout.
perfect. Um, Probably a little heavy for her this time of day, but yeah, she's just trying to get a read on the room. And we'll probably try to ask the barkeep a little bit about any interesting folk coming in for tonight's event of note.
The barkeep just hands you a very milky drink with a lot of head. He just basically points out a few people, just not referencing any particular names, respecting certain levels of privacy about, but going about displaced lords, parties seeking to increase their loss in the world. One set of robed figures over in the corner. They're an odd bunch because he swears at certain angles he caught possibly scales upon them. The sort he's never seen before. That red-headed fellow with the horns. His only concern is that he's here. He himself isn't a concern. His presence, although, may lead to other things. That and the guy who refuses to take off the hat and had basically Frau, that for the sake of the players. Case of it just seems to be he seems to be keeping his distance away from Valis. Also, his two companions, when if it got closer, we could hear clockwork.
While she's also scoping this all out, I'd love to use Divine Sense to see if there are any celestials, fiends, or undeads within 60 feet of me in this bar.
Celestial fiends, undeads.
Hey, now.
You get at least 3 odd readings. They feel like undead, but not quite.
I can tell if I'm able to see like who those particular, like, does it glow who they are as I learn what my skills do? I know the location, so yeah, I would know like which people in the bar those would be.
One of them appears to be among the smalls, and a pair of them are with the guy with the hat. The guy with the 2 companions who are giving off the sounds of clockwork.
Got you. She's gonna open up her little like second like notebook in her kit and jot something down.
So, anything else?
Sai is just taking in the sights and wandering around and trying to be like noticeable. Because if everyone's looking at him, that means they're not looking at the rest of the party.
Remind me, when you went to the swamp, was it Okusa or Cry that went?
It was both, actually.
The first time it was definitely both.
Oh, the tortoise folk definitely taking notice of you. There's a bit of a displeased look between you.
Why, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm Cyrano du Corbeau, man trying to get by.
Go away.
Oh, no, more like this, Raven. Go away!
Look, if you watch my Ace Attorney videos, you know I made mistakes with voicing Von Karma. I am not doing that again.
Also, actually, don't do what I did. That hurt.
It could be worse. They could just be mad cackling in place of dialogue.
Could be trying to play an exposition fairy as Batman.
Yes.
Also, there appears to be an animated puppet in the corner of the room, boring people to death about this thing, that thing, going on about missing wishing stars. Who's basically this 3-foot tall puppet dressed in blue, some kind of blue poncho and blue hat. People are more.
Yeah, whatever he's saying is never going to be important.
Nope, never going to be important. There were no animated puppet races.
I remember seeing the Muppet kind race when I was creating characters. But in any case.
So eventually, a bell rings out of this gentleman, human, very rich looking, balding with a god awful comb over. Ah, friends, gentlemen, ladies, and people of all backgrounds. For those who are here to attend tonight's special event, please come this way. And he gestures towards a portal that's just appeared in the wall, leading to some stairs leading downwards.
Is he moving in any particularly unusual way?
Nope.
Damn it. Because I was going to walk that way.
You and me both.
I'm glad I'm not the only one thinking it.
Look, he had a more unusual wall. He had enough assholes basically doing that joke to piss him off that he recorrected his walk.
What hump?
So eventually, a good sized chunk of the people get head down. It turns out not everyone in the robes is down there, but a good majority of them. Well, there's a case of Valis Pharrell heading down. It turns out that the beds come hopping along. Even those individuals in the back that the barkeep of them might seem to have scales upon them, pretending the tortoise folk, plus about a good 10 others attend as well. You basically head down a spiral staircase lit by magical stones, and eventually you reach the bottom, and down the bottom you're greeted by a... You can't be certain if it's some kind of war force or basically some kind of specialized gear force, but it's a case of It holds out a box in front of them, and every time someone approaches, it holds out its arm before them, and sorry, and instructs all weapons, magical related items, magic items, and musical instruments into the box, please. You shall be given a receipt that you will return for to see their safe return. There is some grumbling along the way, numerous swords, daggers, staffs, and whatnot is handed over. And it's all done. It's some kind of box of holding. It's basically closed. The receipt is signed by the individual. The receipt is tapped against the box. Creates some kind of seal with it. They're given the receipt, and the box just disappears into the back. And the next person comes along, and the process continues on. That does take a while, especially for some who are more unwilling to hand over their items.
Quick question. Does Magpie have to hand over her boots that she's wearing? Because I don't think she thought to bring a spare pair.
All magical items.
Crap. She's going to be in stocking feet.
Don't worry, they have spare shoes. It's rainbow Crocs.
She's going to be in stocking feet.
Shoes are overrated.
Shifrost jumps to the back of the line, puts up his cloak of invisibility, and then just tries to sneak on past.
Can I give him guidance to do that? Basically, anyone that wants to try to like sneak through or get through, I'm going to try and give guidance to.
No, I'm not furiously trying to do secret things. What are you talking about? Mwahaha.
While Shifrost and Estrella are doing that, Magpie is giving all her items, including her boots.
They hand you a pair of boots in their place.
Thank you.
Admittedly, they're a bit on the big side.
Thanks, I think.
All magical items shall be returned at the end of the auction with the return of the receipt. Have a nice day now.
Thank you kindly.
Cyrano turns in his weapons and magical armor and whatnot.
It all gets stuffed in the box. Anything else to declare?
Well, I believe it would be violation of the spirit of this organization if I were not to give you my lucky belayan pin. It's not a weapon, it is a tool of sailing, but I'm sure you'd want it.
Into the box. And into the box it goes. So it continues on for everyone. Is anyone trying to withhold anything?
No, Magpie, like, she even put her griffin statue in there. She put everything in.
Cyrano's holding on to some of his mundane items, like the 50 feet of silken rope he has.
I have no problems about the rope.
Okay.
Also, when Cyrano tries to sneak past the way into it, suddenly a force field erects, klaxons start to sound, and you find yourself suddenly lit up with some fairy fire.
So I guess even Shifrost can't sneak past this one.
Yes,
Can we? Oh, go ahead.
You.
I was gonna say, can I tell what kind of magical effect this is? Like, is it a divination to see what's on the person, or like what is triggering this?
You do get a feeling it's some kind of divination magic. It feels
Cool.
it feels old and built into the walls themselves.
Ah, good. Security check has passed. And then I just very, very slowly and methodically start to empty out all the magical items I'm holding. And my bow.
20 minutes later, you are handed your ticket. Have a nice day, sir.
Yes, very nice. Lovely day here.
You can't be sure, but it does feel like this mechanical eye person is giving you the dirty eye.
I'm giving it right back.
Oh, sorry about that. Cleans the eye. That probably gives you then tries to clean your eye.
You keep your hands off my eye.
Aye, aye.
Considering what we're here for, that's even funnier.
Ay, ay, ay.
Estrella kind of bites her lip and takes a minute to make a decision. Sighs heavily and takes off her armor and her badge of the Saints badge, which is her spell focus. And if anyone's still watching, she's like got her hand on her swords, and she really does not want to hand the sword over, but really begrudgingly does.
You are handed your receipt. Seat and your items will be turned at the end of the auction. Have a nice day.
They better fucking be.
Why do you think I took as long as possible to do that?
With her full height and like full like minotaur intimidation in this moment, she's like, they better be.
Give us a perception roll.
Just Estrella or everyone?
Just Estrella.
Okay.
That's an 18.
You're not sure, but you think someone's looking at you going for the old tall intimidation thing and going, holy cow, she's hot.
The little warp word?
Well, someone. You're not sure who.
Oh, okay.
So we can say they're a little horny?
Yeah.
I have beef with them personally.
Yeah, she like rolls her eyes and is like, all right, let's get a move on.
So eventually everyone goes through the checkpoint and you're led into a very ornate little hall. It's all cut stone. It's a case of it looks very much like the temples of yesteryear. Yesteryear cut lit with blazers attached to the walls. Some old throws of empires past, depicting dragons, hydras, other mythical beasts, along with the different races, seemingly like time in their more of a heyday compared to today. Eventually, every party's led to their own tables. The smalls are the ones with the largest group, but for the road groups, they've seen to range between the main guy being like Varus, Pharrell, or whoever they are, and about two to four others. For anyone paying attention, you may know that Pharrell and Varus, they meet each other's gaze for a moment, and there's a look of "How dare you!" before moving on their way. Everyone's setting out their tables. And the top there is a platform where you note a big old stage, big old tables and whatnot. A pedestal where a speaker is, and there is an individual that comes out as, "Behold, for I am Zim the Mighty, and I've been hired to hold this." Hold this goddamn this it's basically a 3 foot tall, 2 to 3 foot tall gnome with hair standing on his end, sort of like a crown, dressed in fancy robes. For anyone who's seen him before, it's a case of they've recognised him popping up. Basically, what Okusan and Lowe's body turned into before, and where Okusan was there, Okusan Crandall was there. They recognise him being at the Dust Goblin wedding. "Go now, for I am Jim the Mighty, and I am here to hold this auction, to bring all these wonderful, wonderful magical items, relics, your way." Oh, God, I shouldn't have gambled so much of my money away. He looks so fed up. But for everyone's attention, the itinerary is on your desks. Please make sure you pay special attention to what's on offer. We don't want you running out of money before you bid on what you really want. And please, we know you probably want to try and kill each other. Please do it off the premises. We don't want the cleanup.
That magpie is looking over the itinerary. Does anything catch her eye?
There are numerous magical items, suppose you have, with a lot of fancy names added to them. Weapons, mobile fortresses, suppose some kind of fold-out flying machines, a folding boat. So
I cast boat.
Some legendary axes, supposedly relating to the dwarves. Something that possibly referred to as the Amulet of Oblivion. It's noted about a number of items. The quality of these items is assured as best as possible. They may not be actually what we think they are. Bid on them at your own risk. Will I give the Smalls access to an Orb of Oblivion? Oh, hell no. Oh, by the way,
can Cyrano look at the itinerary?
It's basically explains one of the end items is the Eye of Vecna.
Okay, so it's towards the end.
Towards the end. Also, I was going to remark before this case, since I've had everyone basically hand over all the weapons and magical items, is that I imagine that Yuki did still have the bag of beans.
No, she handed those in too.
Yeah. So it's a case of further else is Yuki's the one with the bag of beans unless returns to Okusan if and when he returns.
Can't imagine when that would be.
Not at all. He's never coming back.
Nope.
Well, we know he's not coming back today because Lantern's not hosting the session.
No.
As people are like
Spoilers.
sitting and mingling and getting situated, I want to do like a pass of the room and cast detect magic and see if anyone is picking off that should not be.
Give me a.
Do you need a spell focus for that?
Yeah.
Nope, no, you don't.
Okay.
There's no material components.
Okay. Okay.
But you can double check if you like.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it. It's the You note a few of the others definitely give off a magic ping. For those who recognise Lord Varys, he's the one who gives off a bit of a magic ping along with his accompanying cultists. For Pharrell, his companions give off a magic ping. Both of them do rather a strong one. However, for those who were in the corner upstairs, they set off a bit of scales on them. Their ping is rather odd. It feels rather alien.
I'm gonna come back around, and when I've done my sweep, I'm gonna inform the group of everything that I've seen.
That doesn't surprise me. Vielis knew some pretty nasty magic.
It also makes me think that Warforged out front is perhaps biased or corruptible.
Magpie kind of whispers into Estrella's ear the story of like what she dealt with Vielis, that Vielis is a wizard, so him giving off a magical ping just might be natural in this case.
Fair.
So she doesn't know if the Warforged's biased, but we didn't have a choice. So are any of these items of any concern? Like she's asking Estrella and Cyrano. Like, I don't like that Orb of Oblivion, but if there's anything worse on this list, please let me know.
For those who do the checking, the the Amulet of Oblivion and the Iron Vecna are the major items of concern. The other is a case of they're just more rarer and more powerful versions of basically what you can get from an artificer.
I know some parties very interested in the Eye of Vecna.
Well, what's the Eye of Vecna anyway? What's a Vecna?
I don't... I've heard legends of Vecna back during my previous career. Mostly, we don't want that eye in anybody's hands. I might know some people who can store it somewhere safe.
Wait, you know people who would store an item is dangerous somewhere safe.
I mean, that's literally what my organization does.
I'm part of a similar organization, shall we say.
I've met your family. I would protest calling anything they were involved in safe.
I'm gonna be honest, Shifros, compared to everyone else in this room, that family's a lot safer for something that's apparently super dangerous. Because something tells me we don't want anyone else in this room to get either of these two items.
It's very true. I mean, now granted, in my line of work, we have seen multiple Eyes of Vecna come through, and 9 times out of 10, they're fakes. But you can't really know until you see, so we will keep an eye. Which is the same for any of these items, however mundane they may seem. Could be something slumbering.
I get it.
In the course of your career, you've seen about 17 items of Vecna that turned out to be the prosthetic eye that can take on any appearance. Handy, but not really dangerous. You've seen about seven hands of Vecna that basically turns out to be some gnarly hands that somehow survived.
The hands of Vecna with a K. Or the hands of Vecna in one unusual case.
There's also the hand of fuck you that is permanently fixed into a middle finger presented. It really does cast the hand of fuck you. For some reason, you also ended up with the head of Vecna. It should exist, but for some reason, it won't shut up. And on the further inspections, it basically turns out that the flesh was fake. It was just some dynamic skull that calls himself Murray.
We developed soundproof chambers specifically for that one.
What exactly does Aya Vecna do?
Is that something we would know or remember?
It's the inkling you have, rather the organization has about the iron vector is there's a good chance to use the iron vector. You need to sacrifice an eye of your own to jam the iron vector into your own skull to use it. So it's pretty a high cost.
Right.
It's many a time for when it's meatball time at canteen. Anyone who's been dealing with covering with a fake iron vector is a case of, well, they'd come to us, the meatballs for a while.
Either way, even if it is real or not, any powerful artifact or item from such a powerful being or lich in this scenario, probably should bring it in. Be on your
So
toes.
Vecna was a lich.
Well, and she kind of does that like, it's a long story.
Yeah, and Magpie's like, so technically the only two artifacts we should worry about are something with the name Oblivion, which is definitely not that good, and this Vecna thing. Because I'm pretty sure nobody can take over the world with a folding bow.
Oh, you'd be.
You've never met the right people, then.
Maybe I should be happy I have it in this case.
Have you not watched our group work?
Oh, we tried for world domination now, Sephiroth. Is that what's going on? Is that our new goal?
Sure, why not?
I was... by just giving Sephiroth this look. It's under the cloak, so I don't know if we can see it, but she's giving him a look.
Behold the Bastard Smalls villain arc.
Somehow, Sifros ends up in attune to the Eye of Vecna.
Because that's what this world needs.
At least it's not Okasan.
Just break. Break what? I don't know, but something would break if you put the Eye of Vecna into Okasan.
Put the Eye of Vecna into Okasan and it begs to get released.
Or just tries very quickly to overcome the body, to exercise the body of its bloody souls.
And then takes a bath.
So Zim the Mighty, could dispose of his wrestling presenting career, has been hoodwinked into presenting his auction, has spent a fair old while just explaining through different items, this, that. There's a sword called Slayer of Kings. It's basically he's setting up something fierce. But for anyone who knows his history, it's known as the Slayer of Kings just because it's an executioner's blade. It may be magical, but not particularly world-ending. There's a bag of infinite ball bearings. There's even an alchemy jug in there.
So much mayonnaise.
The problem is this alchemy jug has got stuck on this mayonnaise setting, so it gives nothing but mayonnaise.
True evil.
Oh god, the true evil! Ugh!
You say that as if it's a bad thing.
I hate mayonnaise. It's a bad thing.
Seriously, one of my other D&D groups, I gave one of the party members an alchemy jug. He used it exclusively for mayonnaise. He chugged it.
That's where that mayonnaise, that alchemy jug turned up. Also, speaking of which, there is a doll of a stick in a big wide hat in bright offensive colours with a ring in the back. When Paul goes, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I am Crandall Savage, and I'm here to rock your world."
Huh. Had that end up in the auction.
Of all the things to show up, why that?
Might have to bring that in. It looks pretty cursed to me.
You have no idea.
I'm tempted, but holding off.
And Miss Lee, just think about it. Since the guild covers most of the expenses, and the guild only takes so much of the reward money for completed jobs, let's just say the smalls are rather loaded at the moment.
I would like to bid on the Crandall doll.
I can make sure it goes somewhere safe. No one will ever find it.
Actually, I was gonna take it home with me.
That works too.
One of the items.
Careful. If you get that, Oko-san may find it. It doesn't matter where you put it.
But isn't that a good thing that Okasan comes back?
All the more reason to get it. Plus, it'll make us look legitimate here.
There is also a silver box of familiar size and shape. With dreams on the side has been introduced as Pandora's box. No one knows what's inside the box. No one dares open the box. And it's here for you to buy. Knock yourself out.
Do I
Who
dare?
wants to buy the box?
Do I dare and bring it back to like our secret safe house?
Magpie bidding on it. No, Magpie's bidding on it for Tedlin to give it to him.
Get it to a safe house.
That thing's dangerous. It needs to be in a safe house.
Now, clearly it needs to be buried in a sarcophagus with a mummy.
Okay, Estrella and Magpie, roll off to see who has the funds to win the box.
Oh my god. D20?
Lord.
D20.
Oh, I'm desperately tempted to use a luck point on this. But I'm not going to. It's an 11.
16.
It turns out no one else wants the box. The box goes to Magpie.
Tedlin is going to be so happy when he comes back.
Are you examining the box?
Yes, she is.
You look on the bottom of the box. There's Full Jewel written carved into the bottom of it.
Oh, it's not silver, it's fool's gold.
Oh, well. Estrella, I think I just saved you a few bucks.
Oh, it's alright. We've got about a dozen of those back home.
So do we. Points to Chef Ross.
Better safe than sorry. And she nods very solemnly.
Is anyone bidding for the Crandall doll?
Magpie will bid for that.
I mean, Sai was about to, but
Bidding war!
Okay, roll a D20.
Oh, this is too funny.
17.
3.
The doll goes to Crandall, to Cyrano.
Why do you two go after that?
It's a valuable collectible.
And it's funny, and it makes us look legit here.
You also know we have several dozen of those hidden around the guild, right?
You're giving the doll and it goes, oh yeah! Slip into a Slim Jim!
What's a Slim Jim?
It's a foodstuff I've heard of from a distant land. I've never had one myself.
I thought that was Snark's new intern.
No, that's Fat Larry.
Oh, yeah.
Slim Jim got turned into like a pretzel or something in one of the machines.
On one final pull of the ring is guys, have you seen Stupid Junior? Please tell him to come home.
Hey, that Crandall doll's possessed.
I was about to say, if it starts speaking intelligible gobbledygook, just like give me a call, but well, your judgment, not mine.
The doll must be recently updated.
Must be one of the new ones.
Where's the one where it's just the bonsai tree?
That is a good question. Because I
I
remember
think that
seeing
was
that.
convention exclusive.
Okay.
Zim the Mighty just keeps him hidden away as a retirement fund.
That is fitting.
He also made sure there was a half a dozen that were done incorrectly, so it's a case of, ooh, they're not done correctly. So it's their collector's items. They'll go for more money.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, on that note, I think I'll just bring this part 2 to a close for the moment. So, join us for the final part on how this is going to turn out. So, until then, be good, be well, and don't bid on any Crandall dolls.
Bid on
Bid on
Crandall
all-
dolls.
Bid on all the Crandall dolls.
Later, folks.
We can lock them away.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.